Hello and good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Ad America, the U.S. Embassy's American Center, the place to learn more about American culture. My name is Aldi Rashid. I am one of the e-guides here at Ad America, and I will be your host for today. And now you are watching the 2024 FNSIP Pathway to Success. Ladies and gentlemen, and also I would like to say hi to Sobat America watching from home. Today we are so grateful to have 6 esteemed US government officials as our speakers, who will provide valuable insights on the FNSIP program based on their experience and expertise. Before we begin, I have a question of the day for our online audience. And the question is it true or false that the FNSIP program is open to all college students in Indonesia? One winner with the correct answer will receive a shout out at the end of the event. And now I would like to introduce our 2 wonderful moderators for today. Our first moderator is a program specialist at the Office of International Law and Narcotic Enforcement Office, U.S. Embassy, Jakarta. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Moja Nurkalam. And our second moderator is the administrative assistant at the Center for Disease Control, U.S. Embassy, Jakarta. Please welcome Anggi Hartajaya.
Hello, everyone.
Thank you so much, Aldi.
Thank you, Aldi. So, welcome again to the Ad America and welcome to the Foreign National Student Intern Program 2024 FNSIP Pathway to Success. Yeah, let's just give a big round of applause for this event, for all of you. Thanks for coming. And we want to say hi also our Sobat America who watch this event online. Hi.
For those that join us virtual.
Yeah, from the American Corners Indonesia, Consulate Surabaya and Medan. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hello. Okay, so before we're gonna start this event by watching a video from our senior human resources officer, Pak Eric Lindbergh. So let's watch the video.
Hi, my name is Eric Lindbergh. Are you an Indonesian university student and interested in working with us at the BI mission? If so, please listen closely. Our internship program, called FNSIP, started about 6 years ago. The application process is open only one time a year, and that time is now. You may ask yourself, what will you get from participating in a program like this? A couple things. One, it'll provide excellent first-hand experience in both foreign policy and management. It'll expand your professional network, and it'll give you some great practical and professional skills. Much more, too. If you're interested, much more information, go to our website and come visit us and work with us. We look forward to that. Terima kasih.
I know this is 2 o'clock and most of us just having lunch, but we want to hear some noise. Come on, let's hear your applause. No, That's good. That's good.
And do you
Thank
know,
you.
do you know, Moja, this program, when I was in the university, there's no this program yet at the embassy. So it's just started in 2017. So how lucky you are.
Anggi, you just declared that we are old. So that's not good, but that is the reason why we want you to join this program, because we want young, fresh blood to join our program. To be honest, we need to have different classes for reading and walking. So that's the reason why. Okay, let's starting at this event.
Okay, now we're gonna chill a little bit with, how about we start with a quiz, a trivia quiz. So I need you to prepare your cell phone. So we're gonna do this through Kahoot. I know everyone familiar with this.
Everyone
So,
have cell phones.
Yeah, you open your browser and please go to the website www.kahoot.it or scan the barcode and please submit the 6 digits on the screen.
And we not only ask you to join this because, believe us, you will get compensation for this. If you answer it right, then you will get something. So, and what it is, I cannot tell you now, but
Okay.
our At America team will let you know what you will get. And this is not only open for the students or Sobat America that come here on the site, but
Also
for
for the online.
yes, for the people or the students that join us from Surabaya, from Medan.
Okay, let's see. There's
Oh,
a
we got a lot.
There's a who is that? And then Salma, Bubbles.
I got
Awesome.
I know Barbie. I think I know who that is.
Former intern, yeah.
Yeah.
69 now, come on.
I think we could do
Don't
it
have
better.
time? Yeah.
We could do it better. Okay?
Okay.
Got
Okay,
it.
can we start now?
Okay.
Kita akan mulai ya kuisnya. Jadi akan muncul pertanyaan dan kalian akan menjawab. Nanti kita lihat siapa yang duluan cepat menjawab, 3 besarnya. Okay, start with the first question. What is the nation's capital of America? There's some options there. Please choose one.
I love options.
Okay, you
Oh,
have
ooh,
10
see?
more seconds to
We got
answer.
73. Now.
Yeah,
Oh, like
sorry.
lost count. 79 people answers. Okay. We got, and then
Okay, let's see. The
Washington,
answer is
D.C.
Washington, D.C. Correct. 71 people answer correct. Okay, let's go. Oh, who's the first?
I like that.
INL
I-
Barbie?
I like that. Okay.
The second place, Art?
Yes,
Okay.
okay.
Now go to the second question now. Pertanyaan keduanya. Who was the
the
first
first-
American president?
Let's see. You got 16 seconds to answer, now 14. I wonder, do they have time to do Google search on this one? And while
Now-
waiting, we just want to making sure that everyone understand. We will use gado-gado, so we will
Okay.
use English and Indonesia.
Yes. The correct answer is George Washington. So 45 correct has a correct answer. So first place, INL
I
Barbie.
feel proud. I feel
Wow.
really proud. INL Barbie is the first on the
Her
scoreboard.
finger, like
I feel
fast.
really, really proud.
Now, pertanyaan ketiga. We have 5 questions. In which city is the Empire State Building located?
They do have the song about this, like Empire State Building.
Uh-oh.
They do. They do.
Are you
I
giving
just
a
give
hint?
them hints. You better get this right. I just give you hints.
Ayo dijawab.
Okay.
Pasti udah pada jawab. 82 orang menjawab. Ya, New York.
Yeah, New York.
62 orang menjawab dengan benar.
Semoga
Kita
tetap
lihat lagi
INL
posisinya
Barbie.
apakah berubah. Still the first position, INL Barbie. Who is INL Barbie?
Well, if
Alright,
you
next
kalau mau
questions.
tahu siapa INL Barbie, nanti ada sesi di booth depan. Itu ada untuk kita nyebutnya alumni ya. Alumni dari US Embassy Intern Program. Dan di situ kalian bisa tanyakan langsung. Kalau dengan beliau masih menggunakan nama INL, berarti nempel banget tuh experience-nya. Right?
When was the Declaration of Independence? The correct answer is July 4th. Wow. Some still answer. Okay. Next.
The last question.
No, not
Let's see.
yet.
Oh, not yet.
Kita akan lihat posisinya masih INL Barbie. Kayaknya dia nih pemenang ini.
Whoop, whoop.
Yang mana sih? Tunjuk tangan dong. INL Barbie ini yang mana sih?
Yes.
Oh, di sana ya. Pertanyaan berikutnya. Cepet tangannya ya.
Hey, otaknya juga cepet kakak.
What is the most populated state in America? Mana tuh? Oh, nggak ada pilihannya ya, Lenteng Agung ya. Ini Amerika ya.
Jakarta Timur paling padat kalau di Jakarta. Atau Jakarta Utara.
Ayo, ini pertanyaan
Tiga.
terakhir.
2, 1.
Ya,
California.
66 orang menjawab dengan benar, California.
We'll see. Scoreboard.
Kita lihat lagi di sesi pertama untuk kuis ini siapa yang Mal. Posisi ketiga, posisi keduanya
Jaehyun.
Jaehyun. Oh. Number 1, yeah, we know. Thank you for joining. Tenang aja, masih ada kuisnya nanti, masih ada 2 lagi, jadi stay tune terus.
Yes.
Nanti pasti ada sesuatu yang kita berikan ya.
Ya,
Oke, apa berikutnya Moja? Kita akan masuk ke session aja.
kayak aja sebelumnya kita akan ada 2 jam. Dan dalam 2 jam ini, tenang aja, nggak cuman kita yang bicara, tapi kita sudah siapkan nggak 1, nggak 2, tapi 6 speaker. Dan 6 speaker ini berasal dari background yang sangat berbeda-beda. Nanti kita akan kenalkan ke mereka satu-satu, dan speakernya nggak hanya di sini, kita juga menghadirkan speaker dari Surabaya dan juga dari Medan. Nanti kita kenalan dengan mereka satu persatu, mereka akan kasihkan apa sih ekspektasi mereka, dan mereka akan mencoba menjual. Ayo dong ikut program kita, karena apa? We love to see you. We love to have people come. We love diversity, so that's why we want to have this program. Everyone can join. Okay?
Okay, so without any further ado, let's start with the session 1 with our first speaker.
speakers.
Let's give a warm welcome for Ibu Briana Rowe. So Ibu Briana is the Deputy Human Resources Officer at the U.S. Embassy Jakarta.
Selamat siang semua. All right, so what am I going to cover? I'm going to cover all that boring HR stuff. So we'll get that out of the way, and then you can hear the very interesting political and econ and public affairs things. So what am I going to talk about? What is this program? Give you a little bit more information. What does the recruitment process look like? What are those key deadlines you guys need to keep an eye out for? And then who's participating? What are the different positions that we'll have open this summer? So what is FNSIP? It is a unique opportunity that we give Indonesian students participating in Indonesian colleges the opportunity to work at the American Embassy or one of our consulates over the summer. Now, what you see up here is the phrase by mission. Does anyone here know what being a by mission means? The United States, we only have about 4 or 5 of these in the world. Indonesia is very unique to us. Anyone know? Yeah, you know what it is? Correct. So what she said was, because I, went a little rogue there, what that means is that the United States actually has 2 missions in this country. The US mission to Indonesia, and then the US mission to ASEAN. So we actually have 2 ambassadors for this country. We have 2 deputies of affairs. We have a whole section. So that's very unique to Indonesia. So you'll see me talk a little bit about the US mission to Indonesia and then the US mission to ASEAN. This opportunity is open to all degree programs. So it doesn't matter what you're studying, we probably have an opportunity for you. And you just need to be in your 3rd year of your bachelor's program or the 1st year of your master's program. And we can talk a little bit more about that. So what does the recruitment process look like? First, the application opens on January 26th. That is this Friday. If you apply before January 26th, tidak. You have to wait till January 26th to apply. When does that window close? That closes February 23rd. So please make sure you apply within that time frame in order to be considered. Where do you apply? We have this handy dandy little link here. For those of you that are going to hold up your phone and take a photo of it, we will have a QR code later. That will be easier for you to take a photo of. When you go to apply, you will send your application to jakarta@fnsip.com, and we will ask you for a separate application for each job that you're interested in. And again, I'll talk about that a little bit more as we go on. So once you apply, and we usually get quite a few applications, our team will take the time to screen every single one and kind of decide which are the best applications that we received. From there, we will schedule interviews. So unfortunately, we just don't have the bandwidth to interview every single person that applies, but we will take the top candidates and we will bring them in to do interviews, either on site or online. After we do interviews, we will extend conditional job offers to those candidates. Then we have our regular medical and security background checks. If we do those, and those go well, then hopefully we'll give you the official offer, and then it will start. So our start date is going to be June 10th of 2024. Will be the first day our interns will be in the building. So what does that timeline look like? I will get out of your way for those of you that are going to want to take a photo. So like I said earlier, it will be posted January 26th, and it will be open until February 23rd. We'll review the applications from the 26th until March 8th. We'll conduct interviews between March 11th and the 29th. We hope to extend those conditional job offers or internship opportunities from April 1 to April 5th, and then hopefully start all those pre-employment checks after that, and then hopefully start the internship on June 10th. We do have 2 different programs, one that runs for 6 weeks, and then one that runs for, one that runs for 12 weeks and one that runs for 16 weeks. All right, so one of those positions that we have available. So you notice this says the US mission to Indonesia, right? Remember earlier I said we have the US mission to Indonesia and then the US mission to ASEAN. So I'm gonna cover the US mission to Indonesia first. Now I'm not gonna go through all these, right? When you go to our website, we'll have descriptions of each one of these. I strongly recommend reading each one, but I will cover some of the ones that I think are maybe a little unique to the embassy. So you'll see the first couple, I'll say General Service Office. What is that? They basically do everything that no one else does, right? So they're the ones that take care of the building, all of our warehouses. A lot of our Americans live in the country in different housing. They make sure that we have housing. They make sure that anything in the building is working. They do quite a bit. Every time we bring on about 100 US direct hires to Indonesia every year. Someone's got to make sure that they have internet and they have cell phone service and they have all these things. So we have a customer service center that helps all of our incoming Americans get the service that they need and get started on the right foot. So that's what our customer service center does. We have a huge warehouse that we store all of our stuff in. So we have a position for that. And then we move a lot of stuff, right? So every American that comes here, we have our effects that we bring with us, right? Our clothes and maybe some furniture, maybe some maybe kids stuff. And so this group helps coordinate all of that stuff. If you're into logistics, if you're into supply chain, if those things interest you, these are positions that you would be interested in. All right, so foreign commercial service is mainly trying to make sure that the American businesses and Indonesia businesses can work well together. So like chocolate, right? Like if Indonesians want Hershey chocolate, where can that come into play? Those kinds of things. So they work quite a bit with that. And then I think some of these other ones you guys are more familiar with. So international narcotics, public affairs. We have some delightful public affairs people today who will be happy to talk to you about that. Economic. I think a lot of you are very familiar with economic terms. Do we have any economic, well, I can't talk today. Economy students here today? Took me a minute. Anyone here studying economics? No? How many of you are studying public affairs? What are you guys studying? Apa? No? Management. See, those positions would be good for the management students. What else? Psychology. Okay. Okay, politics. Yes, those political affair ones will be good. And at the very end, the Diplomatic Technology Office. That is a very fancy way of saying IT. Okay, so if you're interested in information technology, computers, that kind of stuff, then those will be the ones that you'll be looking at. All right, so moving over to our US mission to ASEAN. Again, public affairs, economic, and political. USAID is our biggest agency that we have here in Indonesia. So they have quite a few positions available. So they have their executive office and a few other ones. We do have a representative here from USAID, so I'm not going to steal his thunder, and I'm going to let him talk about those. And then we do have 2 consulates that we'll be talking about, and we do have a representative from each of those that will speak today. But we do have positions that you can interact with those ones as well. So that being said, and our schedule, and I will get out of the way for those of you that may want to do the QR code funny business that I am too old for. But you can scan that, and just a reminder, the position's open on the 26th, so this Friday. So take this time, go on the website, check out the information, and then be ready to apply on the 26th. All right?
Well, thank you, Ibu Briana. Beri tepuk tangan untuk Ibu Briana sekali lagi. Thank you. So, jadi ada kata-kata kunci informasi yang penting banget yang harus diingat. Bahwa ini baru dibuka advertisement itu Januari 26, hari Jumat. Jadi dilihat dari 26 Januari sampai Februari 23. Jadi tuh kalian tuh submitnya tuh jangan sebelum atau jangan sesudahnya pasti. Jadi antara Januari 26 sampai Februari 23. Dan dari list yang tadi udah dikasih tahu berapa section itu itu sekitar kayak ada 40-an something posisi gitu secara total. Jadi menarik banget nih. Jadi
dan ingat ini
ikutan.
Cuman ada setahun sekali. Jadi kalau kalian miss dari tanggal Februari 23, kita sudah tutup untuk tahun ini. Jadi harus nunggu lagi tahun depan. Dan untuk requirements-nya tadi sudah disebutkan, tapi kalau belum jelas, jangan khawatir, selama 2 jam ini kita akan ada kok sesi tanya jawab. Oke? Selanjutnya, kita akan ada untuk speaker atau panelis kita yang kedua, yaitu Bapak Jason Seymour. Dan tadi sempat disebut dikit kalau untuk US Mission ada 2. Dan beliau merupakan Public Affairs Officer from US Mission to ASEAN. Pak Jason, I'll give the floor to you. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. The first thing I want to say is thank you for your interest in being an intern. This is an excellent opportunity for you to test out a potential career. I did 2 internships myself while I was a university student, and one of them was working for the State Department, which is our equivalent of a Ministry of Foreign Affairs for the United States, and that's how I realized that I wanted to become a US diplomat. So hopefully you'll be selected for our internship program and test out a potential career for you. Now I do want to say this program is very, very competitive. We do get a lot of applicants, and even if you're selected for an interview, we're still interviewing a lot of people and we only have limited slots. So I highly encourage you to think very carefully about your application. Think about whether your words are representing yourself well so that you can stand out and be selected for that interview. And maybe share your wording with someone you trust just to take a look at it and let you know if you are doing a good job of selling yourself. Because some of us are very, very hard workers, we're great students, but we don't necessarily know how to reflect that in an application. So do think very carefully about your application. So I am the Public Affairs Officer for our US mission to ASEAN. How many of you know what ASEAN is? Some of you? The Association of Southeast Asian Nations. Now, some of you may be really interested in working for our embassy and working for the mission to Indonesia. But some of you may have a real Southeast Asia focus, or as we say in the diplomatic world, a multilateral focus. And that means that you're not just interested in Indonesia, you're really interested in the future of Southeast Asia. And that's where my mission comes in. Now we have 3 positions available, 3 internships available. One is in the public affairs section. Now you can guess what that section does. It thinks about all the ways that we can convey messages to the public. So we're constantly doing projects, we're evaluating audiences, and then evaluating how those messages could be conveyed to those audiences. So sometimes we're working with the ambassador, we're designing remarks or an event where he can represent the mission. Sometimes we're thinking about other people in the mission who are going to represent at an event. And sometimes we're also thinking about our youth programs, and this may be of particular interest to you. I hope that you have all heard of the Young Southeast Asian Leaders Initiative, or otherwise known as YSEALI. So if you're interested in YSEALI, the public affairs section is a really good place to work because we are in charge of the social media platforms, social media accounts for YSEALI, and we do lots of programs, and you very likely, as an intern, will work on a campaign, some kind of strategy to reach new young audiences. So there are a lot of exciting things that you can do. Now, obviously, when you do your application and you do your interview, you can say, this is the type of experience I would like to have in the public affairs section. This is the skill I would like to develop. This is what I eventually want to put on my resume when I'm looking for jobs. And we will, if we decide you're the one for us, we will match the task that you're interested in with what we need. So we'll find a good combination there. So that's the public affairs section. We also have 2 other sections, which are the political and economic section. Now, some of you may be very familiar with what these sections do, but just to expand on that a little bit. What those sections do, they are constantly reading, they are looking at reports, They are meeting with officials. They are learning what is going on in ASEAN for our US mission to ASEAN. So they're meeting with all kinds of ASEAN folks. They are reading documents from ASEAN. They're looking at the calendar. They're thinking about the United States priorities and how we want to work with ASEAN to make a better future for all Southeast Asians. And then we write a lot of reports, which we call cables. So in that, if you're working in the political economic section, you'll be developing your analytical skills, your writing skills, a great way to expand your resume as you are thinking that in just a year, just a little while after the internship program, you're going to be looking for a job. So all three of our internships are really, really exciting, and they all have great opportunities for you. Now, we've done this since I've been at Post. I've been here 3 years. We've taken advantage of the internship program every year, and we have always had great interns. And one of the things that they say is that they're not only learning the very specific skills through the projects that we have assigned you, but they're also learning just what it means to be a professional. For many of our interns, it's their first experience having a job of this kind, working at an embassy, having the expectations of a job. Because even though you're an intern, we don't just think of you as an intern. We treat you as a colleague. We put high demands on you. We have high expectations because you are working for us. We expect you to all those things that any worker is expected to do: be punctual, be a contributor, have a good attitude. And in turn, we're going to give you some really amazing opportunities and experiences to really, really develop yourself as a professional. So there are all kinds of things going on in the internship, but we would love to have you, and we hope that you will consider the US mission to ASEAN. As I said, we are really focusing on multilateral affairs, so it's an opportunity for you to expose yourself to all kinds of things that are going on regionally and think about what the needs are of young Southeast Asians, not just young Indonesians, but all over the region. And we will be really looking forward to your insights on that as well. Your understanding, your youth perspective, we want to hear all of that. So I know that my time is running down, and I'll be open for lots of questions, but I do hope you'll consider applying for an internship at the US Mission to ASEAN. And I do just want to add that you are not limited in how many intern opportunities for which you can apply. So you can apply for internship opportunities at the US Mission to Indonesia and the US Mission to ASEAN with the hope that you will be selected for at least one. All right, well, I'm going to pause there, and I'll be sticking around for the Q&A. So happy to discuss US Mission to ASEAN further. Thank you.
Thank you, Pak Jason.
Thank you so much, Pak Jason.
Nah.
And thank you so much for raising that kalau kalian tertarik dengan kok kita kayaknya pengen nih nggak hanya satu topik, ada di public diplomacy, political, economic, kalian bisa apply lebih dari satu. Tapi pastikan aplikasinya jangan satu, tapi pastikan aplikasinya satu untuk setiap program atau section yang akan kalian apply. Oke?
Dan tadi juga ada tips ya, mempersiapkan aplikasi dengan baik, dilihat lagi dari yang dibuka posisi apa aja, yang sesuai dengan minat kalian. Dan tadi ada yang menarik adalah kalian bisa minta juga nih pendapat sama alumni-alumni kita yang udah duluan tahun lalu di 2023. Ada di depan nanti. Mungkin bisa sharing what should be prepared or something.
Jadi yang tadi menang, Ainal Barbie, kalian bisa untuk coba kontak orangnya karena ada di sini. Dan dia bisa memberikan untuk first hand experience dan itu baru last year. Okay?
Yeah.
So we will call our next speakers.
Yes, kita sambut Pak Jake Pratt from USAID. He is the Financial Management Officer at the USAID. Bahasa Indonesianya bagus. Silakan Pak.
Terima kasih Pak Anggi. Selamat siang semua di sini. Halo. Biasanya saya suka mulai these kinds of talks dengan pantun. Izinkan saya kasih pantun kalau boleh. Jalan-jalan ke kota Medan, pulang-pulang bawa duren, anak gaul pengen beken, kerja di USAID pasti keren.
Yes.
So don't worry, I've got one more of those coming, don't worry. So since we got that out of the way, just a brief overview about USAID. First of all, we are so excited to roll out this FNSIP program. We've got positions in almost all of our offices in USAID in the mission. So I think the best way to approach this is to just give a brief overview about each department or office that operates in USAID. So just a brief overview. For those that don't know, USAID is the US government's largest humanitarian assistance agency. We have been very active in Indonesia since the early 1950s, so approaching 70 years of activity in the States, in Indonesia, excuse me. We have multiple technical offices and several support offices, again, all of which have positions open. So I guess without further ado, just to go over the first technical office that has a position, it's humanitarian assistance. So our humanitarian assistance teams, they really focus on responding to natural disasters. Indonesia is definitely very disaster prone. Lots of earthquakes, flooding, tsunamis. As we know, Gunung Merapi kemarin meletus, excuse me. So yeah, this is a very frequent occurrence in Indonesia. So whenever that happens, we always send first responders. We work with the local governments to help evacuate people. So if that's of interest to you, that's definitely something that you'd be interested in. With that kind of work, you'd most likely be working with our project coordinators, monitoring natural disasters at all hours of the day. So it's a pretty tough job. We also have our environment office. So this is a very large portfolio for Indonesia, just because of how diverse the environment is in this country. So we really focus on climate change, among other things. We also focus on clean energy. And some of the more interesting work we do is out, as far as Raja Ampat, Kalimantan, with protecting, preserving coral reefs and rainforests. We also have a really cool program where we help to fund orangutan sanctuaries. So actually 6 months ago, at one of our big orangutan sanctuaries, a baby orangutan was born, and that's not a common thing. So that was really cool. I forget her name, but she loves to take photos with people. If you go to Kalimantan, you can go there and see her. Very cute. Health. That's also another really big portfolio in the country. So I want to mention health because this was very active during the COVID-19 pandemic. USAID health teams were out in the field all across Indonesia helping to provide vaccines, building hand washing stations, sanitation stations, providing protective equipment for healthcare workers. So if you're interested in working with medicine and those kinds of public health projects, I think the health program would be a perfect fit for you. We also do a lot of training of local hospitals. So, healthcare in Jakarta is typically very good, but the farther out you go from the kota, Ibu Kota, the healthcare definitely is not as good. So we send teams periodically to do training at local hospitals and clinics. We also help to prevent diseases like tuberculosis, HIV/AIDS, and we also improve the health of mothers and babies. I also want to talk about our economic growth and education office. I think this is going to be especially interesting for you all as young people in university. Anak mahasiswa, right? We have a large education program in Indonesia, so we train local governments on how to improve their education systems. So if you're in a field that's similar to that, with technical skills like that, you'd most likely be joining programs that provide first-hand assistance to improving curriculums, especially in English and science, technology, and math. Interestingly enough, we also have a very large education program that sends Indonesian university students to America to study abroad. So that's been a great success in Indonesia. Besides education, this office also focuses on economic growth. So with that, we like to work with small to mid-sized businesses and improve their digital marketing skills because that's obviously very important in the present age. So if you have skills in marketing, graphic design, those are perfect for you. Computer science too. Even business majors as well. This office would be perfect for you. I know someone mentioned they were jurusan management, right? And we also like to work on projects to provide small loans to small and medium-sized businesses. You know, I'm talking like startups. Indonesia's, as you all know, it's a very entrepreneurial-friendly country, so it's very easy to start your own startup. I know several of my colleagues in the Indonesian and the American embassy, they all have their own toko baju, toko catering, things like that. So definitely, if you're into that kind of thing, management skills, business administration, this office would be a perfect fit for you. And our last technical office, our Democratic Governance Office. So we work a lot with other agencies in the US mission to Indonesia, such as the State Department, for example, working with the government of Indonesia, also local governments to improve transparency and to work on anti-corruption efforts. So this is, I think, a perfect fit for those who have political science degrees, international business, international law. This is a perfect fit for you. We also do a lot of work with local organizations to help promote transparency in the way that, you know, voting occurs in provincial elections. You know, when a governor is being elected in a faraway province, we usually send an advisor to work with a local organization to help monitor, to ensure fairness and equity. So that wraps it up for our technical offices. And we also have, similar to State Department, some support offices. These are our executive office, first and foremost. So the executive office would be a perfect fit for management and IT folks, communication folks, because it functions as a mix of HR and IT. So if you have business management, a degree related to human resources or IT, computer science, that would be a perfect fit for you. And we rely on the EXO, or executive office folks, a lot throughout our mission to help just make sure our operations flow smoothly. We also have a procurement team. So they work on creating agreements with local Indonesian organizations to ensure our work is carried out. So that would be a perfect fit for you if you are studying law, for example. A lot of legal language in those contracts. They're hundreds of pages long. So if you like that, that's perfect for you. And lastly, we have the finance office, which is actually where I work. So besides the typical accounting and finance that you would find in any operation in the world, we also do a lot of financial analysis of our projects to make sure that they are running smoothly from a financial perspective and that they are also well-funded and financially healthy. So that wraps it up for our technical and support offices. I know that it was a lot. Like I said, we have positions open in all of these offices. It's very diverse array of areas in which we work. And I'd like to speak briefly on the benefits of interning at USAID. And I can speak also from experience with working with some interns in our office last summer, about 6 months ago. So I think one of the key benefits of interning at USAID is obviously, you know, working in an international setting with both Indonesian staff and American staff, but also to apply the skills that you learn in university directly to a program that benefits Indonesia. And I think that the ability to do that, even from an internship, is just so incredible because you are immediately thrust into projects. We don't really go easy. We expect you to be proactive, to take the lead, and to soak up knowledge like a sponge. And so we really lean heavily on our interns to move projects along. And like I said, we have work all over the country, not only in Jakarta, but we are spread out across, you know, Sumatra, Sulawesi, even West Papua. So I know my time is running out, so I'd just like to close and say thank you so much for listening. We're really excited for this program. And like I said, I have one more pantun. So here we go. Makan singkong di sore hari, ditemenin kopi anget. Kalau bisa kerja di USAID, nah itu keren banget. Thank you.
Thank you, Pak Jay. Oke, jadi USAID itu besar, banyak banget posisinya, kayak hampir 10 atau 13 mereka buka dan divisinya emang banyak di USAID, seperti yang dijelaskan tadi gitu.
Dan orangnya suka berpantun. Okay, for the next speakers, we would like to call Mr. Kyle Richardson to the stage. So he is the political counselor from U.S. Embassy, Jakarta.
Let's give a warm welcome for Pak Kyle.
Thank you very much. Selamat siang semuanya. I'm very happy to be here today with you all. I have a very tough act to follow, but that's okay because I'm going to be talking about the political section at the U.S. Embassy, which, with no disrespect to my colleagues here, I think at least in this year of 2024, with the elections that will be taking place here in Indonesia and in the United States, is probably going to be the most interesting section to work in this coming summer. Let me start, though, by just saying, I guess providing sort of a personal anecdote about why an internship at a U.S. Embassy is such an amazing opportunity. I speak from personal experience because when I was a student, like you guys, I applied for an internship with the U.S. State Department and got to work in an embassy for a summer in Quito, Ecuador, 24 years ago. And that experience was so amazing. I had such a good time learning what it was like to be a diplomat, meeting interesting people, and doing interesting analysis of what was going on in that country, that I said, this is a career that I could do long term. And it's what inspired me to ultimately take the test to join the Foreign Service and to start a career with the State Department. So if it's something that's interesting to you, a diplomatic career, or any of the other careers that my colleagues have talked about, I think it's something that you should definitely pursue. Now, why should you specifically look to work in the political section of the U.S. Embassy? Well, as I mentioned, this is a year of elections, and there's a lot going on that's very interesting. The political section in the embassy is divided into 3 parts, and we have normally had an intern in each one of those parts. The first is focused on internal politics, domestic politics of Indonesia. And that team works a lot and does a lot of meetings with political parties, with parliament, with civil society, right, to understand what is going on in Indonesia politically, but also looking at a lot of interesting issues such as trafficking in persons, human rights, religious freedom, those kinds of things. So if that's of interest to you, then the political section is definitely the place for you. The second team works on external political issues. So it's working with the Foreign Ministry, Kemlu, to get a better idea of what Indonesia's policies are towards countries in the region and around the world. And also then to convey what sort of the U.S. position on those issues is and to ask for Indonesia's support at, say, the United Nations or within ASEAN to sort of align our interests. So if foreign policy is of interest to you, then an internship with the external unit of the political section may be the thing for you to do. And then the third unit within our section is the security unit. And they work very closely with our military colleagues, with our law enforcement colleagues on things like security cooperation, maritime issues, cybersecurity, counterterrorism. And so if those security issues are of interest to you, then again, I think the political section is the place for you. Now, what are you going to get to do if you get an internship with the political section? Well, I think I could boil it down to you're going to get to meet a lot of interesting people. You're going to have a lot of interesting discussions, not only with those people, but with us in the section. You're going to have an opportunity to analyze those issues, and you're going to have an opportunity to write your opinion about those issues and have it conveyed not only to the leadership of the embassy, the ambassador, but also to our policymakers in Washington, right? Because what they're looking for and what we're trying to provide them is insights into what's happening here in Indonesia politically that they need to know about, that is of interest to them. And so interns in our section basically function like US diplomats. They go with them, they do the meetings, they take the notes, they write the analysis, and then they get to sort of debate the issues with us in the section. And I would say, as my colleague was mentioning, we have a very good track record in the political section of our interns sort of going on to great professional opportunities. So I've been here 2.5 years in Indonesia. We had 3 interns in 2023, and we had 3 in 2022. And they've all gone on to great things. We've had one intern get a job at the Embassy of the United Kingdom. We've had an intern get a job at the Indonesian, at Kadin, Chamber of Commerce, yes. And we've had an intern get a job at the Center for Strategic International Studies, the preeminent sort of think tank in Jakarta focused on international issues. So I think that when you're able to add an internship with the US Embassy in Jakarta to your resume, and specifically with the political section, that does a lot for your potential job prospects and career. And so I hope when you're thinking about which part of the embassy you want to apply for, that you'll give strong consideration to us in the political section. Thank you.
Thank you, Pak.
Thank you so much. Could you please come down to the mic? Because after this, we will have question and answer, Pak.
Ya, benar banget tuh emang. Politik ini nih di sebelah kantor saya aja. Dan anak-anak intern ini emang sibuk banget. Jadi pokoknya kece lah internnya embassy ya. Jadi ayo dipersiapkan aplikasinya. Dan jangan lupa submitnya di hari Jumat nanti, jangan sebelumnya. Ya, dan batasnya di Februari 23.
23. Sebelum kita lanjut, probably we'll summarize a little bit. So thank you so much, Ibu Priyana, for a very comprehensive and elaborate about how to apply and what is the requirements and so on. And Pak Jason also mentioned, although we're U.S. Embassy, but we will able to provide you to focus not only for bilateral, but multilateral. And Pak Jake, you mentioned lots of things, but the one that really struck me is one baby orangutan just born through from USAID assistance. So if you want to take part in that such rewarding experience, join us. And Pak Kyle, this year Indonesia will go through a very big political party and experiences. And political section in U.S. Embassy open for position. So this is your time if you want to join us. So after this, Anggi.
Ya, so and I would like to remind you, ada yang baru datang, mungkin ada yang baru join di online, tenang aja, At America itu bisa dilihat lagi tayangannya. Mungkin ada yang masih belum jelas, bisa dilihat lagi juga dan bisa mengunjungi website US Embassy juga. Oke, demikianlah sesi 1. Kita tepuk tangan dulu untuk kita semua, masih pada semangat kan ya? Anak hukum mana nih? Angkat tangan, anak hukum ada nggak di sini? Yang jurusan hukum ada? Atau
ada, tapi agak malu-malu, agak gede.
Anak ekonomi ada? Hubungan internasional ada? Kesehatan ada? Nah, terus sisanya dari mana nih tunjuk tangan? Dari jurusan apa?
Komunikasi.
Komunikasi?
Okay.
Nah, oke deh. Kita akan masuk lagi dengan quiz. Ya. Yang online juga tetap bisa ikutan. Lagi pakai sistem yang sama, bisa dilihat di sini.
Please
buka handphonenya, di-scan QR-nya, atau masuk ke browser www.kahoot.it, terus dimasukin kodenya 957770.
Kita akan sama dengan sesi pertama untuk quiznya, kita akan ada 5 pertanyaan. Dan ini masih seputar untuk trivial quiz di seputar Amerika atau US. Dan kita akan pilih the highest score, and definitely you will get something nice from us. Dan juga mau encourage juga untuk rekan-rekan atau sobat Amerika yang join virtual, please, because if you're the highest score for these all 5 questions, At America team will contact you and definitely you will get something nice from us.
Ya, udah ada 82 orang. Naik lagi 85.
Kita sampai berapa, Anggi?
100? Lagi ya.
Kita bisa sampai 100 kali ini. Udah 92, 93, 94.
100 deh.
100.
Lagi.
More, come on you guys. Oke,
ada
3
Asap
lagi.
Busdamri. Siapa Asap Busdamri?
Oh, we already got 101.
Yeah. Oke. Start with the first question. Pertanyaan pertama ya. Kita lihat. Deng, 3, 2,
Dibuat
1.
deg-degan ya.
Yes. What state is Mount Rushmore located in?
Kenapa? Yang di sini langsung
Semoga bisa sempat buka
Bisa.
Google dulu ya.
13 detik kok. Kalau browsernya cepat pasti bisa.
Ada kuota kan ini?
Oh ya, selama kuotanya masih terpenuhi.
Oke,
1.
satu. Jawaban yang benar adalah South Dakota.
Dakota.
29 orang berhasil menjawab dengan benar.
Ya.
Ya,
Questions?
siapa ini yang menjawab dengan benar? Posisi satunya siapa?
Kita lihat scoreboardnya. Wow,
Eh,
tidur aja masih bisa first.
ya, tidurnya masih
Masih
bisa
bisa.
berpikir dengan ini,
Coba.
cepat. Ya,
Oke.
lanjut pertanyaan kedua. What is the capital of California?
18 detik.
Ayo, Moja tahu nggak?
Tahu kalau dibantu Google.
Aduh, tinggal ya. Gak bisa
Iya.
ask the moderator? No,
Enggak
there's
bisa.
no option for that.
Karena kita juga nggak tahu. Oke. Sacramento.
Ya, 24
24
orang.
people.
Ya.
Answer right.
Berikutnya lagi.
Kita lihat
Oh,
scoreboardnya.
skornya dulu dong.
Wow,
Tes.
tes nomor 1. Oh, we got go ASEAN.
Nih kalau tes
Nomor
berarti
2.
nggak serius ya. Bisa dihilangin ya. Canda. Pertanyaan berikutnya.
Tes itu
Next
ujian
question.
bukan sih? Berarti how many stripes are displayed on the American flag?
Hitung, nih ada di depan benderanya. Count.
Kalau ada yang pengen ngitung bisa ke depan dihitung dulu. Yang di sini udah mulai agak rusuh nih sebelah sini. Oke, 3, 2, 1. 13 stripes.
Oke, 13.
Yang dapat get it right juga lumayan banyak sih.
Banyak,
Oke.
55 orang banyak.
Kita lihat scoreboardnya lagi.
Who's the number one? Oh,
Wah,
Tas.
Tas.
Oke.
Ujiannya bener-bener ya, dianggap serius loh.
Next question.
Next question. What is the largest state by area in America?
Okay, there's Texas, Alaska, California, Montana.
Kayaknya tahu nih yang ini. Do you guys know, like, one of the panelists know the answer? No, okay. Unfortunately, we don't have like ask the panelists options. Okay, 2, 1.
What is the correct answer?
We'll see.
Alaska.
Alaska.
Setengahnya nih, 51 orang menjawab dengan benar.
Tenang. Masih ada satu lagi. Masih ada satu lagi.
Dita. Kayaknya puas ya dia mengalahkan si tes ini ya. Ya, berikutnya.
Ya, ini kayaknya pertanyaan terakhir 5. Which president was known for freeing the slave? Oke. Kalau bagian sini kayaknya kebanyakan ekstrovert.
Yang ini sudah makan kan ya? Yang bagian sini.
Lumayan meriah. 3, 2, 1. Si.
Wow.
Ah.
61 orang ya, Abraham Lincoln.
We'll
Oke.
see the scoreboard.
Now, the result. The final.
3,
The third position,
UK.
UK.
nomor posisi 2, Jose.
Jose.
Apakah tes?
Tes.
Kita
Bita.
lihat.
Bita.
Wow, oke, Bita boleh berdiri supaya kita kenalan. Kayaknya yang di sini. Ini yang menang sesi pertama itu sebelahnya Bita loh. Jadi apakah dikasih
Oh
tahu?
iya ya. Cepat
Oke,
ya. Kuotanya
terima
mungkin
kasih.
lebih, sinyalnya lebih cepat ya. Sinyal
Oh,
handphonenya.
jadi kalau di sini tadi nggak masuk-masuk, coba pindah sebelah sini. Mungkin sinyalnya lebih bagus. Oke.
Oke. Jadi langsung aja sekarang kita akan masuk ke sesi 2. Jadi akan ada 2 speakers. The speakers from Consulate Surabaya and Medan. First apa Moja?
Yang pertama, we will invite Bapak John McDonnell, with the political or economic chief for U.S. Consulate Surabaya. Karena ini virtual, jadi orangnya nggak di sini, tapi jangan khawatir, kita akan bisa melihat untuk dari video, tentu saja sudah
Ya, kita
dengan
dada
teknologi.
dulu mungkin.
Ya kita dada dulu.
Kita kasih sambutan. Tepuk tangan yang meriah buat.
Oke, Pak John, you here.
Selamat siang Pak.
Selamat siang semua.
How are you?
Terima kasih. Oh, itu berjalan?
Ya.
Hingga? Oke.
Yes, thank you.
Sekarang
Yes,
berjalan? Ya?
sudah oke.
Oke.
We could hear
Alright,
you loud and clear.
Oke, selamat siang semua. Terima kasih atas kesempatan ini untuk membahas melakukan magang di Konsulat Surabaya. Jadi we have 2 positions. So one is under me. So we have a Paul Econ internship position and one with our general services position, support staff. So just a little bit about Consulate Surabaya. So we cover a very large area. We are covering 12 provinces, about approximately 80 million people, and we do it from Surabaya. So we're just not covering the city. We just don't, generally on the Paul Econ side, we are having to meet with people from all over our area, and which requires us to find ways to communicate, go out and visit. So we're very active, usually out of Surabaya about half the time, going to meet with our political and economic contacts, groups, to basically understand, develop relationships to further the U.S.-Indonesian relationship. So, our job out here is not as direct policy focused as, say, in Jakarta, but we try to understand what is going on out here and how the United States and Indonesia can work together, whether it be joint projects, opportunities, understanding of what's going on, and to how we can further the U.S.-Indonesian relationship. And generally, interns in a consulate like Surabaya, on the general services side, I mean, it's a smaller it's a smaller entity here compared to Jakarta. So it's a chance to have lots of good relationships with both the American and Indonesian co-workers that you will meet and work with. And it'll be really good experience to move on and keep those connections. On the Paul Econ side, I'm going to have lots of opportunities. Generally it's a small team of just 6 people. So we will count on our intern to do a lot, to go out and meet people, participate in all these processes, in all parts of the process, from meeting with people, taking notes, and interacting in those meetings, providing suggestions on how we can move forward on our different initiatives, as well as joining us on many of these trips outside of Surabaya. That is very important that we go out and do, and often we are going to the far reaches of our district, in which very few Americans, much less other missions, have gone to. So it's a really unique opportunity to do that. And just generally, I mean, so I think it's a lot to do within Consulate Surabaya, but just generally, as my colleagues have mentioned, it is a fantastic opportunity to do an internship with either consulate or with the embassy. We work closely with our former interns when they are looking for professional advice or guidance on how to use that experience to get to the next professional opportunity. So we are here to support our interns and make sure that they go on the right, get the experience they need, as well as identify what experiences they need in the future to get where they want to go and achieve their career goals. So that's, in short, what we have from Surabaya. Thank you. Terima kasih.
Thank you, Pak John McDonnell, Chief of Political and Economic Office at U.S. Consulate General Surabaya. So, jadi teman-teman yang mau mendaftar di posisi Surabaya juga bisa. Jadi nggak hanya untuk yang di Surabaya saja. Jadi kalian bisa juga intern di Surabaya. Jadi ya harus ngekos Surabaya.
Kalau mau, tapi kalau dari yang bergabung secara virtual, memang kebanyakan untuk posisinya dibuka di Jakarta, tapi tidak menutup kemungkinan untuk kalian yang di Surabaya dan juga Medan untuk bisa mengikuti program ini.
Untuk yang posisi di Jakarta pun juga terbuka bagi semua mahasiswa yang ada di seluruh Indonesia. Yang berkuliah di universitas yang ada di Indonesia. Nah ini harus fisik ya datang, jadi nggak ada yang virtual gitu nggak ada. Jadi emang harus secara fisik ada di tempat.
Ya, jadi kalau yang dari Jakarta, bosan di Jakarta, kita mau cobain dong intern di Konsulat Surabaya. Silakan masuk dan apply untuk posisi yang Surabaya. Tapi kalau mau dapat intern di Surabaya, tapi apply-nya di Medan, kemungkinan besar sih nggak dapat ya, Gi. Oke, nanti selanjutnya kita masih ada untuk salah satu speaker kita juga yang akan bergabung secara online. But unfortunately, ini juga sama nih dengan pemenang tadi yang sempat jadi top score-nya. Ini sebuah ujian ya, karena ternyata kamera beliau tidak berfungsi dengan baik. Jadi kita akan melatih indera pendengaran kita dulu saat ini.
Jadi fokus.
Fokus ya, karena ini akan lebih ke audio saja. Jadi we will invite our next speakers and I do hope that I pronounce your last name correctly, Ibu Christy Morthorst.
Ibu Christy is Deputy Principal Officer at U.S. Consulate Medan. Halo Ibu Christy.
Indra pendengaran, jadi kita coba. Halo Ibu Christy.
Halo Ibu Christy.
Oke, mungkin kita kasih tepuk tangan dulu.
Hai Mbak, ini Laitri.
Oh yes.
Hai.
Ya, saya kayaknya, oh ya ini Ibu Christy udah gabung, silakan.
Oke.
Oke, Ibu Christy, we're ready for you anytime you're okay.
Okay, yes, thank you. Sorry, a little technical issue here. My name is Christy Morthorst. I'm the Deputy Principal Officer here in Medan. And we are a small but mighty consulate. We are, again, consulate in Northern Sumatra based in Medan, but we're the entire island of Sumatra. So even though we're small, we do a lot of really important work. There's lots of activity for every sections, political, economic, health diplomacy, management. We are also in the process consulate compound that this all provides lots of opportunities to gain a diverse range of experience if you come here to Medan, because our goal here is that you don't just help one section, you work a little bit with every section, so you get a really diverse range of experience that will build skills that you can use toward any job in the future. So this can also be a great opportunity if you apply to do higher education in other countries, if you want to study in the United States, but also for any job. Our goal is to make sure you have a great experience and you gain key skills that will help you as you move forward in your career. And we have a really great team. Everybody gets along. We have lunches together. We sometimes even bake together after hours. So you also be very well fed if you come to Medan. So it's a great team, and it would be a great experience. So I hope you strongly consider interning with us here in Medan. Thank you.
Thank you, Ibu Christy.
Thank you so much, Ibu Christy, and good to see you. Jadi dari Ibu Christy sempat bilang kalau di Medan itu bagiannya adalah small but mighty, dan kalau kalian tertarik untuk bisa dapat tahu a bit of everything, jadi akan bisa tahu nih sedikit untuk political, sedikit untuk economics, sedikit untuk yang lain. Feel free to try to apply for Consulate Medan Internship Program. Okay? Kita semua sudah conclude, kita semua sudah dengarkan dari 6 speakers, and they have a very good backgrounds, a very diverse, and I do hope that you feel right now, I really need to apply.
Ya.
Tapi jangan lupa,
ini ada persyaratan yang mau aku sampaikan lagi supaya nggak lupa. Jadi program FNSIP ini bisa diikuti oleh mahasiswa di tahun ketiga atau semester kelima dari program sarjana atau mahasiswa di tahun pertama program magister. Warga Indonesia tentu yang berkuliah di universitas yang ada di Indonesia, minimal 18 tahun, IPK 2.75 dan mampu berbahasa Inggris. Itu general qualifications-nya. Nanti kalau untuk setiap posisi nanti akan ada kualifikasi lagi, kalian bisa lihat di website ya, tanggal 26 Januari, jangan lupa.
dan juga kalau tadi kayaknya saya mau lebih tahu dong lebih banyak mengenai Konsulat Jenderal Surabaya, Konsulat Jenderal Medan, silakan di website kami tersedia semua informasinya. Juga untuk USAID, untuk political, di website US Embassy Jakarta kalian bisa dapatkan yang lebih detail untuk informasi mengenai bagian-bagian, untuk misi-misinya dan juga untuk agensi yang berbeda.
Okay, now we open for the questions.
Kayak dari tadi kayak yang mau nanya
Kayaknya
ini
ada
dong.
banyak pertanyaan nih. mukanya pada serius banget ini, nggak ngantuk atau gimana nih?
Okay.
Ada pertanyaan, kita akan buka dari sekarang, kita akan buka pertanyaan yang untuk yang ada di sini dulu, di site,
At Amerika
di Amerika dulu. Nanti
Tapi
kita
tenang,
buka online.
Yang untuk virtual kita akan pasti berikan untuk kesempatan. Saya boleh lihat untuk siapa yang mau bertanya, raise your hand. Oh, okay.
Ya,
We already
dari
got some.
sebelah kanan, satu dulu yang berbaju hitam. Sebutkan nama, your name.
Okay, thank you so much for the opportunity. Amazing speakers, I love you guys. Thank you so much for the information. My name is Srina Salsabil from Students for Liberty, and to be honest, USA has always been my dream. I really interested to join this internship, but I actually have two questions. The first question would be, it's about can you please extend on what is the expected output that if we are accepted into the internship, what is the expected output that we need to deliver to each of the consulate? Example, maybe we need to create a project, or maybe do we need to create a report, something like that? Please expand on that. And the second thing, I actually want to ask about this internship. So is FNISP is the only way to ask for the internship is in U.S. Embassy, or is there another fellowship or something like that? Thank you very much for that.
Pak Jake, do you want to answer the question?
Sure. So I think the first question was aimed toward USAID and the expectations of interns. So speaking from working with interns last summer, interns get right into the weeds. They go right into the middle of our programs. They are typically going to help support a staff made up of Americans and Indonesian staff in whatever office they're assigned to. So if you make it into the health office, then you're probably going to be working on a project that will work to prevent tuberculosis, HIV/AIDS, things like that. Environment, totally different. So the topic that you're going to be working on or the area is totally different, but the main output that we expect is to, obviously just show enthusiasm, work hard, and the kinds of work that you'll be doing is basically pushing programs forward. So you're going to have meetings with lots of local organizations here in Jakarta, virtual meetings with our office folks like in the provinces, like in Papua, for example, or wherever, depending on what office you make it into. Just making sure that flow of communication between our partners and our home office here is good. So in general, that's the expectation.
Thank you so much. And the second question is there any other opportunity for the internship aside from this program? Ibu Brianna, do you want to answer that?
Yeah. So this is our flagship internship program for Indonesian college students. So this is going to be the primary avenue. I do know PASS has their USAID program, which is kind of a way to work with U.S. Embassy. But for right now, the FNSIP program is the only internship opportunity that we have.
So don't forget, we only open this once a year, hanya satu kali per tahun. Diingatkan lagi, karena kalau kalian miss this opportunity this year, then you guys need to wait for next year if you still qualify.
Okay. Pertanyaan kedua tadi dari
Yes, yang di ujung,
atas, ya?
silakan.
Silakan.
Thank you for the opportunity this time. Thank you for all the speakers. My name is Fahda, Fahda. So I would like to few questions for the speakers. So what kind of goals and mission that FNSIP try to give to Indonesia and ASEAN that also helps and focusing on to the SDG programs? And what do you really see on the intern candidate while applying their condition in recruitment process? And is there any effective tips that needed to take notes by the intern candidate to do or not to do while applying this program? Thank you.
Okay, so I probably will able to answer your last is about the tips and trick because we have the last year alumni for this program. And that is your opportunity to ask them because they're the one that apply and succeed to get selected. Yes. So please use this opportunity to ask them because they're just fresh, they're just last year, okay? And for these questions about is the embassy and U.S. mission, what we want to see from the internship and what we want to offer for them. Pat Jason, do you want to answer this question?
Well, it's a difficult question to answer because we have, as you could see from the presentation, so many different internships. And so each internship is slightly different. But in terms of what we want to offer you a professional experience that is meaningful and matches your interests. So I can't give a generic answer to that because we really do want to cater to your interests and your skills and how you could contribute to each specific office. But I will say, in terms of your application, we'll be looking for someone that has thought of a good reason why he or she wants to work at the embassy in that section, has a goal in mind, and reveals something of his or her personality. So it's really important, again, how you fill out your application so that we can get a sense of who you are and what you want to accomplish through this internship.
Maybe from other panelists want to add more information? Pak Kyle?
Yeah, I think what Jason said is absolutely correct. I mean, what this internship is about is you all, right? It's about you getting an opportunity to experience what it's like to work in a U.S. embassy. And we hope that what you take away from that is a better understanding of the United States and our sort of diplomatic effort in Indonesia and other countries. But we also want the internship to be meaningful for you. So we are going to look for people who are interested in the issues that we work on to be in our office. And I think that's the main thing, is just showing sort of enthusiasm for the issue, because what we're going to hope for, because your time with us will be limited, is coming in and having a really good attitude and wanting to do as much work as you can in the 10 weeks that you're with us.
Okay, thank you. Sudah terjawab? Oke. Ada lagi pertanyaan dari Sobat Amerika yang ada di sini? Mungkin dari sisi sebelah kiri saya. Oke.
We have another question.
Hi, thank you for the opportunity. My name is Iyung, and my question is there any specific paperwork that we need to prepare for the submission, or is there anything that we need to be prepared for a particular section, such as maybe a CV or an essay? I'm very interested in the security section. Is there any specific paperwork that I need to prepare beforehand, or do we need to wait for the submission date and then the thing that we need to fill out is already there? That's my question. Thank you.
I'm guessing that's to me.
Thank you.
Yes. So what I would say is, on Friday, the 26th, all that information is going to be online, and you'll be able to get all the information that you need. We'll have it all listed there. So just kind of go through that, and then you'll submit it to Jakarta FNSIP at state.gov. What I will remind you is, if you are interested in multiple positions, do apply to those individually. So don't submit an application. If you're interested in political in Jakarta, but then also political in ASEAN, you would be submitting 2 different applications, right? So 1 per application. All that information will be on the website on Friday, so look at that. In regard to security, if you're selected and we move forward, that is all something we'll address kind of at that time. We'll give you a lovely email that will list all the things. But don't worry, our team has been doing this program for a long time. They'll walk you through every single step of the process, and it should be relatively easy to follow.
Thank you so much. And because we already have 3 questions from here, from the Ad America, we want to give the opportunity for our Sobat America that joined from Medan and Surabaya. And we have questions that sent to us virtually, and apparently this is proof how old I am. This kind of broken, so I cannot.
Okay.
I cannot know who
So I
question
can,
is.
I can read the questions from Instagram. We have questions from Instagram. The username is Widianti. Maybe Pak John or Ibu Christy can help to answer this. How does the U.S. Embassy support the professional development of its interns during and after the internship program? Maybe Ibu Christy first from Medan.
Sure. So I think we support the interns by first, when they arrive, we talk to them, get an understanding of sort of what their career goals are, so we can help tailor the internship to help them achieve those goals. So even though, like I said in Medan, we want everybody the opportunity to get experience in all the different sections, I mean, we also want to tailor the work to make sure that they're getting the most out of the experience and it helps them towards their career goals. Even afterwards, of course, we are happy to help provide recommendations and any other support that we're able to our interns to ensure that they are successful in the future after moving from the internship at the consulate. Thanks.
Thank you. Pak John from Surabaya, maybe want to add more?
I think Christy pretty much has it. We really try to focus on the intern who is coming here to ensure that they are enriched by this experience. You identify what it is the intern would like to do, what skills they want to build, what they want to understand in this job, and we try to do as much as we can to make sure that they succeed, that they have a chance to meet all sorts of people, the American, Indonesian staff, and after they complete this program, they usually stay in touch with both Americans and Indonesians and provide, we'll continue the conversation on how they can continue their career trajectory and to, have a, make sure that this experience was really successful and led to the next step of where they want to go.
Okay, thank you,
Okay.
Pak.
So I will.
Yeah, Pak John?
Yes, please. Pak.
I just wanted to add that through my life, I've worked with all kinds of interns, and my experience is that most interns absolutely do not stay in touch with their former employees. They go on with their lives, and they don't reach out ever. But my recommendation for you, as you're developing your career, if you click with someone, if you're getting along with someone who is much farther along in his or her career, and you would like to keep that person in your life as a mentor, you're going to have to do some work to keep that mentorship relationship. Because this internship, we don't have a formal post-internship program. It really is the initiative of the intern and the potential mentor. But you would have to do some work to keep that relationship going. But it could be very meaningful if you take the time to keep it going.
Thank you so
Okay,
much,
thank you,
Pak.
Pak.
And thank you so much, Pak John and Ibu Christy. I probably will take one more question, Angie, from social media, because this is also one of our frequent asked questions from last year. This is from Instagram, will us get paid?
I guess
Oh,
also for me.
I heard like everyone kind of like hold their breath, like, okay.
Unfortunately, I do not have great news. Unfortunately, this position is an unpaid position. We are working very closely with Washington, D.C. to try to change that. As of my email last night, that has not changed, but that is something we are working very hard on. I will say there is a lot of opportunity, though, to working at the embassies. A lot of people you're going to work with, a lot of interesting experiences that you're not going to get anywhere else, like some of these meetings that you're going to be able to go to, some of these activities they're going to bring you along to. So while it's not monetary, I do think there's quite a bit of value in the experiences that you're going to be able to get.
Yeah. So I do believe, again, you have the opportunity to ask our alumni about their experiences and what they get and what they take from this internship. And I think that will be, agree, Ibu, will be more than monetary value, because last year, actually, my section, the first time, open for this opportunity, and we are really grateful that we have the opportunity to accept one student, and she's here, and she's the one that won the first quizzes. So I will brag that always. Okay, so I think we still have time.
Yeah, we still have time.
We still have time, so we will able to get one more question. Oh, I got someone that really enthusiastic and throw the hand up to the air.
Okay.
So yeah, yes. Did someone help? Okay, thank you.
Thank you. My name is Yesi. So I have a question. As mentioned before, it is quite a competitive program, and I'm sure that there are a lot of straight A students who would apply. So my question is, when you screen the applications, what is it that you're looking for? What do you think that would make someone stand out from other applicants? Thank you.
I'm going to steal this one. It's not usually my wheelhouse for this question, but I'm going to take it. So I would say we are really looking at the whole application. So for us, straight A's doesn't particularly matter. We're looking for a diverse group of candidates. And so sometimes grades isn't the only thing. It's what are they interested in? What experiences do they have? How much time and effort did they put on the application? So we're really looking at the full thing and just kind of trying to gauge whether or not they're a fit for us. So it doesn't matter to us what university they went to. It doesn't matter to us what area they're from. We really are looking at that candidate as in the full package and trying to decide if they're going to be a good fit for us and if we're going to be a good fit for them as well. So I would just say really try to make it so your kind of personality shines, so we can have a feeling of who you are and if you're going to be a good fit for us. So I'd say really take that time and put some thought into it. But for us, it's more about the diversity of the candidates that we can bring on board.
So I probably will give the opportunity to Pak John or Ibu Christy if you want to add. Are you looking only for straight A students for the internship, or are you looking for something else? Please, probably Pak John. Oh, Ibu Christy? Yes.
Oh, sorry. I'll just say that, having straight A's is a great achievement, but it's not a requirement to work, I think, for Medan. I mean, we like to have a diverse pool of people apply, and we look for a well-rounded person who we feel will fit well into the consulate and be able to work with our team.
Thank you so much. And I know that Ibu Christy, you already have another engagement. So do you have a final statement probably before you left us?
My final statement is, again, if please really consider applying for an internship in Medan. We will give you real work, real projects that you'll gain some really great experience and meet and work with an amazing team here. So thank you again, and I hope to see your applications for an internship in Medan. Have a great day and a great week.
Thank you, Christy. Tepuk tangan buat Christy.
Yeah. So for this, I think this is really interesting because many people think that to have this program, you need to be super smart and things like that. So I do want to have another opportunity for our panelists if you want to add, because they got perspective from Medan, they got perspective from HR, probably from others. If you want to add, please.
Ajay?
Yes.
John?
Well, I just quickly say, I like people who are super smart. So if you are that straight A student, we want you to apply too. So we do want all kinds. I would just say that in the last couple of years, our interns for the public affairs section, US ASEAN, have begged and pushed, can we get a few more weeks? We're really enjoying what we're doing and we're enjoying the experience that we have. So from what I've found, all the sections, whoever your boss is going to be, is really going to think about how you can have a good, meaningful experience that develops your skills. So we at the embassy and at the consulates, we really do care about you having a good experience. We know you're not getting a lot of monetary compensation, so we do want to appreciate you and give you a really memorable, impactful experience.
Ajay? From USAID, you want to add more?
Sure, Pa Anggi. I think my colleagues covered almost everything. The only thing I'll add is just if you have experience that showcases your ability to work as part of a team in collaboration with others, that would be great to highlight in your CV and your application.
Okay, thank you so much. And John, do you want to add anything more?
No, I think that's pretty much covered. I mean, obviously, we do like smart people, but you can show your smartness, your intelligence in a lot of different ways, and it doesn't have to be straight A's to come across in your application that you have a lot of useful skills that we can work together with you and make sure that you develop professionally for your next challenge.
Thank you so much. And Pat Hel, do you want to add anything else?
Well, I'd just say I agree with my colleagues. We certainly welcome smart people. We also are looking for a diverse range of people, but I think also we're looking for people who are very enthusiastic and who want to work in a particular office. So if you're looking to work in the political section, please convey how much you like politics or foreign policy or security issues. That will come through, I think, on your application if you really emphasize those points.
Thank you so much. And want to remind everyone here and also the one that joined us virtual that this session is recorded. So if you missed this from the beginning, you can just log into @America website and look at this event, and you can watch the recorded. And if you still have questions, silakan masuk ke website US Embassy Jakarta, masuk di
atau you can email the questions to jakarta@fnsip.state.gov. Ya, kalian bisa kalau masih ada yang belum jelas, masih ada yang belum puas dengan jawabannya, bisa email ke pertanyaannya sekali lagi ke jakarta@fnsip.state.gov. Dan email jakarta@fnsip.state.gov ini juga di mana nanti kalian juga akan mengirimkan aplikasi kalian. Ya, sekali lagi ditekankan masih ada yang nanya soalnya kapan pendaftarannya, mungkin bisa diingatkan lagi Moja?
Tanggal 26 Januari. Jadi kalau yang semangat langsung buka website US Embassy.
Hari Jumat ini ya.
Belum bisa. Tunggu dulu 2 hari lagi Jumat ini ya.
Oh iya ya.
2 hari lagi.
Lupa hari kebanyakan kerja.
Wow, makanya kita butuh anak intern, Kak. Gabung kita dong. Oke.
Ya,
jadi,
Jumat 26 Januari sampai Februari 23. Ingat ya, jangan sebelum apalagi sesudahnya. Terusnya tadi bisa di email nanti pengajuannya ke Jakarta FNSIP@state.gov. Bisa cek di website kami di id.usembassy.gov.
Jakarta Foreign National Students Internship Program.
Intern
Jadi kalau yang
program.
tanya apa sih FNSIP, that's the stand for. Okay?
Once again, thank you for all panelists. Ibu
Panelists.
Brianna Rowe from HR, Pak John Seymour from US Mission ASEAN.
Pak Jake Rod, sorry,
USAID.
from AID, and Pak Kyle Richardson,
From the political section. at
and
SMBC.
also the one that joined us online. Pak John, thank you so much for joining in. And we still have another quizzes.
Yeah.
And for the last 2 quizzes, is more about a trivial question about the United States. And the last one will be more about this
I think
program.
this is the last one.
This is the last one, and
Yeah,
this is
related to
about
the
the program.
the
So we
program.
will test you.
It's different pin, yeah? So it's not the same, so you have to scan it again,
Same like the previous one.
go to the website again and insert the
Either-
new pin.
Either you scan the barcode or you insert the 6 codes. Ya, kita tunggu sampai berapa, Kak?
Wow,
Sampai 100?
Natalie Portman is here, Nicki Minaj is here.
Wow! Oh,
John, Oh,
Joe Biden.
Joe Biden is here.
So the good thing about this, you can choose any username you want.
USAID is here.
Sleepy hat. Wow. I like
Not
Mariah
student.
Carey.
Mariah Carey.
Mariah. I like the spelling. Okay.
Okay, let's hit.
We could do better.
Let's
I
wait
think
until 100. Yeah.
Wait until 100 because the second
Come
session
on.
we got more than 100. Come on. You guys can do it. And also the one that joined us virtual, don't be shy. We also want to send this gift to you. 9 more. Oh,
8
more.
more.
Go ASEAN. Ini kayaknya alumni-nya nih. Go ASEAN. He
For
says-
the quiz winners, please after this approach our HR team. We have
The
Mbak
lady
Dian
in red
here,
batik.
Mbak Anis also here.
Yeah. Just approach the lady in the red batik.
Oh, red batik.
The red batik. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, 2 more.
2 more.
2 more and we'll start.
Oh, okay. Back to 97.
Wow.
Okay, let's just start. 98.
Okay. Oh, Ariana Grande is here. Ada Taylor Swift gak? Nggak ada.
Okay, let's just start
I think
now.
we can start. Yeah. Okay, let's start.
First question.
Session 3, the last session. 2, 1. Okay.
What does FNSIP stand for?
Baru aja tadi disebutin.
Yeah.
We'll test your knowledge and your
Oh,
memory.
ini agak sedikit ini susah ya.
Okay.
It's similar but we'll see.
Tunggu. Kok aku pun bingung.
We'll answer
Sebentar.
correctly. I
Yang
know the
mana nih?
answer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Only 21 Foreign National Student Intern Program.
Ah.
Not internship. Oh, because you said internship.
Intern, not
Foreign
internship.
National Student Intern Program. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm on the green one.
let's
I
see.
got it wrong. Okay, scoreboard. Kai
Kai
Kai.
Kai.
Okay.
Reno Sardi. Mika. Okay, next question.
Second question. When will the 2024 FNSIP
This is very
announcement
important.
close? We mentioned this over and over again.
Over and over.
Ya, kalau masih ada yang salah, kita yang kecewa. Kami kecewa. Coba kita
Ayo
lihat.
4, 3, 2,
1.
1. Ada yang salah nggak ya jawabnya ya?
Masih ada yang salah.
Ini apa salah ini tidak memperhatikan ya? 10, 11, 3 ini yang mana? Tunjuk tangan.
Ada 24 orang yang gak mendengarkan.
Oke, kita lihat ya
Mungkin,
siapa urutannya.
Mungkin itu online ya, jadi kan
Oh,
agak
oke.
pas putus-putus sinyalnya. Kita harus positif.
Kai positif. Wah, Kai. Yang mana sih Kai? Tunjuk
Kai
tangan dong,
ada di
kakak
sini
yang mana
nggak?
sih?
Atau mungkin yang join
Oh, mungkin
virtual.
online ya.
Oke.
Ya, pertanyaan
Oke,
berikutnya.
pertanyaan ketiga.
Who is the senior HRO who welcomed you all to this program? Hint, he is on the video that we played earlier.
Oh. langsung
It's
pengen
easy.
langsung pengen streaming ya, tapi belum bisa karena belum selesai caranya.
Ayo,
Jadi belum bisa dilihat.
Aku penasaran yang salah
Ayo.
berapa, bukan yang benar berapa.
Aku tahu nih,
yang
aku
salah
tahu.
berapa. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh.
Yes. Ini 18217. Mau kenalan lagi? Di depan.
Oke, pertanyaan yang keempat. Oh, scoreboard dulu.
Belum. Oh, Mika. Hati-hati kamu kakak.
The fourth question. When will the first day of the internship program in 2024 begin? Tadi itu sampai
We almost
Bu
did it.
Briana
Yeah.
sampai minggir kalau mau difoto. Apakah sekarang lagi ngeliat untuk galeri fotonya? Lihat, aduh, 4,
3,
2, 1.
Yes,
Oh.
memperhatikan berarti
Oh,
ya.
iya.
Betul, the 2024 internship program will start on June 10th.
Ya.
Oke.
Scoreboard, kita
Scoreboard.
lihat. Mika. Mika ada di sini? Oh, ada di sini. Coba kita, ini pertanyaan terakhir.
Ya, last question.
Last question antara Mika atau Kai Kai sepertinya.
What stage of the recruitment process after the application screening?
Apa ya kakak? Kakak ya?
Aku tahu sih.
Kita kasih hints jangan kali ya. Mika gimana? Senyumnya udah lebar nih.
Mika kayaknya udah pede banget nih, gue menang nih pasti gitu. Ya, jawabannya adalah betul, the interview.
Oke,
Kita lihat.
scoreboard.
Enggak, siapa yang
Oh, ini kita kayaknya
memimpin,
langsung
ya.
deh. Yang ketiga, posisi 3 A&M.
A&M,
Kedua
G. Is it me?
Astari. Wow. Apakah yang username-nya Astari ada di sini?
Yang mana Astari?
Ada di sini Astari?
Oh, di situ.
Oke.
Oke, quiz winners, please approach to our HR team. Once again, ada di depan.
Ya.
Ada Mbak Dian, ada Mbak Nis.
Mungkin boleh Mbak-mbak HR agak sedikit maju biar nanti kelihatan dari yang pemenang itunya.
Ya,
Nah,
kita
ini
beri tepuk tangan dulu untuk
Yes.
HR team kita.
Lady in red batik. Oke, jangan lupa nanti kebetulan untuk semua winner dari 3 quizzes kita ada di sini. Jadi jangan lupa untuk langsung approach untuk mendapatkan hadiah kalian.
Oke, sekali lagi terima kasih Sobat Amerika yang sudah datang, sudah mengikuti event kami dengan apa ya?
Bersemangat.
Dengan bersemangat juga yang ada di online. Terima kasih sudah bergabung dengan kita. Beri tepuk tangan yang meriah sekali lagi untuk US Embassy Jakarta, untuk kalian semua, untuk kita, untuk rakyat Amerika. Thank you so much. Now,
A closing statement dari Ibu Briana.
Yeah.
Please, Ibu.
All right. So on a personal note, I just want to thank all of you for coming today. Kind of similar to Kyle, I had initially started back in college a internship in the medical field, and after 2 weeks, tidak untuk saya, right? Decided not for me. And then I got a internship in HR, and I fell in love with it. And 20 years later, I have the honor of sitting in front of you today, telling you about HR opportunities of the programs that we offer for Indonesian college students. So internships really can have a really impact on the direction that you go. So if this is something you're interested in, we strongly recommend you apply. I want to take a minute and remind again that it opens this Friday. So make sure you wait until Friday to apply. If you're interested in multiple positions, make sure you submit different applications. We really appreciate it. Questions or concerns can go to Jakarta, FNSIP at state.gov. And then I want to take a minute to thank all of our panelists for being here today. It's a lot going on at an embassy or a bi mission, so I take the time to come out here, so thank you for that. Thank you to all of you for coming today. I know there's a lot to do in Jakarta, so we appreciate you taking the time. To Ad America for hosting us. This is a beautiful facility, so thank you to the Ad America team and to the HR team for organizing today's event. We really appreciate it. But again, thank you guys for coming. We appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Sebelum kita serahkan kembali ke Ad America, mau ingatkan lagi karena tadi ada 24 yang salah. Gue hitungin, bener gue hitungin. Untuk tanggal mulainya, tanggal 26 Januari, Jumat ini, silakan masuk ke website US Embassy Jakarta dan ditutup tanggal 23 Februari. Jadi kalau kalian kirim setelah tanggal 23, tanggal 24 nggak apa-apa lah, cuma 1 hari. Mohon maaf, aplikasi kalian sebagus apapun tidak bisa kami terima. Oke? Jadi itu closing dari kami. Setelah ini kita akan panggil lagi Mas Ardi, kita kembalikan ke Ad America. Terima kasih.
Terima kasih.
Thank you very much to our wonderful moderators and speakers for such an insightful discussion. Thank you to the entire US by mission to Indonesia, and thank you to our audience who have showed up today and Sobat America watching from home. And to quote the famous Uncle Sam posters, we want you to be the next amazing intern at the US by mission to Indonesia. And earlier, before the event started, we had a question of the day for our online audience. And the question was, is it true or false that FNSIP is open to all college students in Indonesia? And the answer is false, because FNSIP is only open to third-year bachelor students or first-year master students in Indonesia. So congratulations to Shirley from Instagram for winning the question of the day. And also, don't forget to follow our social media at Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at AT America. My name is Aldi Rashid from the entire Ad America team. Thank you very much. Good luck with your applications, and see you at the next Ad America event. Bye-bye.